do you have a zombie apocalypse plan?
You know, when I said I got the box sets of DVDs and stuff like that when
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, we've got a full collection of Walking Dead,
Mm.
Fear the Walking Dead, everything else Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually also I played a game. It's really sad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna out myself with respect to this, but probably for the last 5 years, I've played this game on my phone because obviously you get some time
Yeah. Yeah.
to stand there ramped and you can just sort of like do things and it's called Last Day on Earth. And that is a zombie apocalypse game where
Mm-hmm.
you basically have to build your base, etc., 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 and kill zombies all the time. So I am quite frequently zombies is something that is features a lot. I like the sort of genre of that.
Yeah.
And so when you said, "Have you got a plan?" It's like, "Yep."
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
So my plan, as I have it, is I would, when you obviously get the news. I mean, reality is, as a paramedic, I will probably be one of the first ones
First,
bitten.
yeah.
So I'm probably out of the game anyway, you know, because it's always the paramedics that die first.
Yeah.
Well, apart from the patients. But
Yeah.
but yeah, the idea would be to either get my car or steal a very large truck, drive down to Bunnings, fill it up with as many tools, as much building material as I can possibly get in there, then drive straight down to a marina, load it up on the biggest sailboat yacht I could find, and then sail out and find myself a small island somewhere, and then build myself a fortress that I can then protect and then also grow crops and stuff like that. So there's nobody else on that island. And then I'd have plenty of warning if anyone was coming nearby because the island's small enough to see. And yeah, so that's I always sort of said that zombie movies don't deal with the whole go get on a boat and disappear, and then Fear the Walking Dead did. Oh, yeah, Fear the Walking Dead did was where they had them getting on a boat, and then all of the zombies that were floating were climbing onto the boat, and I went, "Oh yeah, didn't think about that."
We're just going to get further out.
They're all getting washed out in the river, and the rivers wash them all out to sea, and then there's the boats go along. They're all trying to climb back on because obviously they don't drown. But you would have thought they would have sunk. But so,
who knows?
do you have a apocalypse plan?
Well, the thing is, I live in the mountains, so it's kind of like everyone that tells me, "Oh, just head for the mountains." And I go, "Well, I'm kind of pretty set where I am. I live in a town that's one road in.
Yeah.
I've got, albeit they're ceremonial swords on the wall, and then, I'm pretty.
Have you seen the scene from Paul where the guy says, "Don't buy the sword. It's not worth the money," and then he goes to take the sword out and it snaps as soon as he goes to use it. It's unfortunately, those probably won't work in a. I guess one thing I have noticed is that the skull strength of zombies seems to be really soft. I don't know whether that's part of the whole zombie process or becoming a zombie, but it seems that everyone can break skulls really, really easy.
Yeah, but I think it's just the MacGuffin. I mean, I went to this way back, so it would have been season 6 of Walking Dead. I think it was, and they had a big season premiere at the Sydney Opera House.
Oh wow!
And it was a free screening, and I was going, "All right, yeah."
Oh yeah.
My brother-in-law took me along, and I think it was that episode. There's an episode. Maybe that episode or close to, but the zombie extra breaks character for a split sec because he's coming through a doorway.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those step doorways, and you see, step over the thing carefully. It was so funny. Just because they're usually really
you're not
really
allowed
good.
To do that.
Just don't trip over. I thought that would have added to the theatrics, but it's just I'm one of these weird people that I watch extras just for fun.
Yeah.
It's better in older movies because the directors didn't care about the extras. They just just see so many stupid funny things, but now they actually act properly. But
now they're getting paid a lot more, so they have to.
yeah. So have you finished all of Walking Dead? Are you up to date?
I can't remember. We got to the point with Fear the Walking Dead, where they all started becoming separate movies going off, or
yeah,
separate series going off,
yeah,
and we haven't yet watched those.
yeah,
Because I think they disappear off Netflix or whatever and then
yeah,
go on to
yeah,
something else, and you're
yeah.
like, oh, do I really have to
Pay this and
switch,
pay, yeah,
pay this to go and watch
yeah,
just the rest of that?
yeah,
I think we were watching them on binge,
yeah,
because they all came out on binge. Um, but I think we've finished them all. Yes, I'm
yeah.
pretty sure we have.
No,
So
I think I just gave up. I think I gave up. Um, yeah, I watched one season of Fear the Walking Dead. Never. It's not that I didn't like it. I just never got around to
yeah, it's
watching
actually.
it.
I think it was quite different from Walking Dead,
Yeah,
because you didn't have that main one leader that was running the whole show.
yeah,
But and it has, and there was a lot of more interesting characters in it.
yeah,
So it's good, but then it at times it does get a bit silly.
yeah. Well, I did notice that, especially with Walking Dead, all these places that Rick Grimes takes them to, they're perfectly fine, and if they never went there, they would still be fine. Like when you think about it,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Then you can just imagine, oh shit, it's Rick Grimes turning up. Grimes, what are we going to do?
Hide,
Quick, hide, hide.
yeah, well, it's just funny. And I know they're going to do it to keep the story going and all that,
Mhm.
but it's yeah.